What is going on, Adventure Nation? In this episode, we're kind of just hanging out in Vegas playing the waiting game, so hang out with us, will you? This is the Motorhome Experiment. So we've been hanging out in Las Vegas since October 22nd.
Yes.
And we didn't want to bore you guys with a lot of that stuff because we were just kind of hanging out getting work done. But we did do some things. Since we were here for Halloween, we went downtown to the Fremont Street Experience to do Halloween. That's always a lot of fun.
It's always a lot of fun, but it was a chilly night.
It was chilly, so it wasn't as busy as usual, but we did have a good time there. And then we hung out with our friends Randy and Kerry, and we went out to, is it the Taco Festival and Car Show, or what do they call that?
Taco Festival, yeah. That's the only thing.
So that's what it was. It was a little bit of, there was a lot of tacos and there was a lot of cars, and we learned that there's something called a car limbo, which we didn't know existed.
So weird. Yeah.
Where people try to get their cars as low as possible and go under a stick, just like you do in a regular limbo.
All the people.
Watch your head, bro. Watch your head. Oh, you got me close, bro.
So that was kind of interesting to watch that, and of course, what was funny is the guy who finally won it wound up being just a very expensive sports car, so kind of cheated. But there was a lot of really cool cars there, a lot of really cool trucks, and I'm into that stuff. Lori's actually into cars and trucks a little bit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this was a little show. The problem is that SEMA spoils you.
That is true.
Once you go to SEMA, other car shows are just cute.
Yeah, which we did catch a little bit of SEMA, and we'll show that a little bit later on in the video. They did have a burnout competition, which was pretty cool, and it's just gratuitous burning of rubber, and they wound up having to cancel that because it was getting in everyone's tacos. So that was a little crazy. We actually finished up the day watching Los
Luchadores.
What's that?
Los Luchadores.
Yes.
The wrestlers.
What she said, the wrestlers. That was pretty damn entertaining, although pretty corny as well.
Wow.
See, I take the bicycle. That's a good one. That's
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you're at. It's kind of midday here. We're rolling out of the 1,000 Trails and heading out to Lake Mead for a little bit. We haven't filmed a whole lot. We've really been in repair mode and kind of hanging out with friends mode. We did go down on Friday night and check out the stuff from SEMA. That was really cool. We always enjoy going down to the strip during SEMA. SEMA is an automotive aftermarket show, so there's all these hot rod cars and stuff, and it's crazy. And Lori and I love that stuff, and it's cool seeing these guys in these giant trucks and weird things cruising the strip. There was 2 guys with tanks. That was kind of cool. But
also we have done Halloween. We have,
yeah.
I mean, we have been just busy being social more than anything.
Yeah.
But we have not really quite recorded anything at all. We have just been hanging out.
And then now
and this morning we have a rough departure though.
Yeah,
so
because of the jack issue, it's not been fun because we're missing a jack and the entire system doesn't like that. It's in error mode, but we got it solved. Now we're gonna head out to Lake Mead and do some boondocking for a couple of days. But first we gotta stop and get propane. So let's go do that. We left 1,000 Trails and headed out to Government Wash because we had to time out for a week, and it was super busy out there.
I have to say boondocking is getting very popular, and that spot, it was like twice as crowded as usually other times. But the nice thing is that the park has done a good job kind of grading everything and creating like little areas or little spots for people to go.
All right, we made it out here to Lake Mead and we're settled in. Since our jacks aren't working, we had to get creative and do some blocks into the tires, which I normally don't like to do, but it is what it is. We gotta make it work. And the coach is going to be a little wobbly as we walk around because the jacks aren't going to be there to stabilize it. But check this out. Beautiful sunset. And then down into the lake right there. You can see I don't know if you can see the cars down in there. There's a few down in there. People with their boats and stuff. And we don't have a view of the other side of the lake from here, but we'll be able to drop the kayak or the paddleboard in down there in the next couple of days and do some paddleboarding, so that'll be cool. But the skies right now, again, the pinks and stuff are absolutely incredible. Super quiet. Can you hear it? Yeah, it's nothing. Good morning, everybody. Lorraine and I are out here at Lake Mead. We're boondocking. Got out of Vegas for a while. We're just kind of timing out of the 2-week thing at 1,000 Trails, so we got to be out for a week before we can go back. So we're just out here at the lake, and it is absolutely spectacular. Every time I come out here, I forget how amazing it is. Super quiet, no sirens, no people yelling, no music. Of course, it's not the weekend. Weekend could bring some partiers out here, but really nice. I will say some of these boondocking spots, especially if they're close to a major city like Las Vegas, can get a little bit busy. But if you're willing to drive just a little bit down out of the way where most people wouldn't, then you can be all by yourself. Like you can see here that there's no one around us. Here, there's a fifth wheel up in there, but literally no one around us. But if you look up on the hills here, you can see a bunch of RVs up there. Look at how packed it is up there. That's because it's right up near the main road. And we came down a little bit rougher road, come down a little bit further, and we're in this beautiful spot. It's amazing. I like it. Lorraine and I have some errands to run today, and as we were coming in from Lake Mead, we stopped and taking a little look at the USAF Thunderbirds. They're practicing for this weekend's air show. Kind of cool.
We didn't know it was happening until we saw that they were doing loops and stuff like that. It was like, there's got to be an air show. And we realized it was this weekend and they're practicing today. So
yeah, so we might have to go to the air show. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Something impromptu.
All right, we've got the DMV done. That was kind of a bust.
It was a bust, yeah.
Lori had to give up her original paper for her
My
citizenship.
Certificate of naturalization. And that's what they give you, not to prove that you're a citizen. I have to give it as an original to get my passport. You actually have to ship the original.
Yeah.
And I will get it back like in about 6 weeks from now with the passports. And the thing is, like, I went to the DMV to have the real ID, the federal ID versus the non-federal, that they're just switching that
Right.
in some states. And I couldn't get it without the passport or certificate, the original certificate of naturalization. So
Yeah, so the DMV was kind of a bust.
Yeah.
But I did sell my old drone today, which was really cool. Although I'm a little bit sad. But I think
I think I saw a tear somewhere.
yeah, I kind of shed a tear. I think the new owner, Billy, I think he's a good dude, and I think he's going to take good care of it. So as I was going through all the different things that it has with him, I'm like, why am I getting rid of this thing? It's so amazing. It's such an
That's
awesome camera.
Always your thing, but also
Ugh.
it's just a big drone.
Yeah.
6 rotor drone, so it's like we cannot use
takes
it
up
and take it everywhere.
it takes up too much space in the RV. If I was still at the house, I wouldn't get rid of it because it was awesome. I love that thing. But now we're off to Ronald's Donuts, and
We haven't been there since we have all these times that we have been in Vegas. I mean, since August we have not been there once.
have not been there. But if you're ever in Vegas and you want to do yourself a favor and you like donuts, go to Ronald's Donuts. It's awesome. While we were in Las Vegas, there was an extremely important event happening, and that was Richard Hampton's birthday.
Yay! We actually thought we were not gonna be here to celebrate it, but we're here. So.
Yeah, that guy is old. He's like older than dirt. He's like celebrated his first birthday with Julius Caesar. When the wheel was invented, Richard was born. When Richard moved to Vegas, he came on a wagon train. Richard minted the first Sacagawea coin. Richard drove the last spike into the railroad. Richard saw the final gladiator fight at the Forum in Rome. Poor Richard. We love you, Richard. Richard is a Kenny Rogers impersonator. We knew that, but we didn't know that he actually loves Motown. So we stopped over to the Westgate and we went in and saw the Soul of Motown show for Richard's birthday. It was really cool.
I knew more songs than I thought. I thought I was not gonna know any song whatsoever, but I did.
After all the running around we've done today, it's time to go out and hang out with these guys.
Hey,
We're gonna go see a thing called the Soul of Motown or something.
I think it's like that, yeah.
Something like that. Don't trust us, but it's something like that at the Westgate Casino. And it's an afternoon or a late afternoon show all about the music of Motown. So should be kind of cool. We hope.
Come on, who know about that soul clap? It was the 3rd of September. That day I'll always remember inside you. Oh, that was the day that my daddy died. It was a lonely soul. Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
We ended Richard's birthday at one of the best Mexican restaurants in Las Vegas, the El Dorado. It's in kind of a weird location. It shares a
It's not
building.
a weird location. I think it's actually a cool location. That's what makes it cool too.
Yeah, it
I don't know.
shares a building with one of the local strip clubs, Sapphires. But you go to see the strippers in one door, and you go have Mexican
You
food
don't
in the other.
have to go there or through there
No,
to get to the
no,
restaurant.
you don't have
It's
to go
like
through
it's
there.
totally separate
Yeah,
doors. and
separate
everything.
doors. Absolutely. But the
But-
food is insane.
We actually got to meet the chef long time ago, years
Yeah.
ago by now, and he's from Mexico City, where I'm from. And when he knew that, he brought so much food that is so authentic. That's a part that I love about
Yeah.
that place. So authentic.
And they are, for those of you folks who are a little bit squeamish and may not be able to go into that place because it's next to a strip club, they are going to be opening up several locations, not only in Vegas, but all over the country. I think they said Miami,
San Diego.
So if you see El Dorado Mexican Cantina and you find out that it was from Vegas, you should check it out. It's amazing. But this is where we're going to end this one. So if this is your first time here, it would be awesome if you hung out with us a little bit, got to know us, and that means they have to
Subscribe.
hit that subscribe button. It would be equally as cool if you like the video, and we will see you again in the next episode. We'd also like to thank everyone over at patreon.com for supporting us over there. You guys absolutely rock and are amazing, and we love you guys very, very much. See you in the next episode.
Thank you guys.
Bye. And all the chaos that is Thousand Trails, dogs barking.
Dog sirens, airplanes.
Yeah, so we got through it though.
Yes.
While we're wow.
The wild boar.
The wild boar? No, I was trying to say while. Okay. Wall. Where did wall come out
Are
of?
you having
While.
a stroke? Just let me know if you feel things.
I smell burnt toast. Oh, that's a heart attack, not a stroke. Okay. The tip of the teeth, the tongue, the lips. While we were, that's just such a hard word for me to say.
While we.
While we. Okay, try this again. Of course.
Cut your
Here
word.
comes the airplane.
Oh. Maybe they cannot hear it.
Now they can hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you should call the airport and tell them to cut it out so we can record.
Already did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Obviously they didn't listen to
pay
you.
attention.
All right, cool.
Didn't listen instructions like you, babe.
Kind of like me. All right, we'll start over again.